and welcome to the What Country Is podcast with Sara Pierson. I am Sara Pierson. Welcome back, guys. Happy Friday. It's been a long week, full of thunderstorms and, not doing much work. I felt like this week was very unproductive for me. I don't know how it was for you. I do lessons from time to time, and I have one consistent student that I meet with once a week, and he's rescheduled twice, and I don't mind, but it just really, the lack of schedule really keeps me unmotivated from all of the things that I want to do in life. Like, I schedule things in my life so I can be productive, but if I don't have a schedule, I just lie on the couch and watch YouTube videos about things that I don't really care about. But here we are. So I this week I've been doing a lot of listening to things, not things that I should be listening to, like what's on my calendar of videos I want to make and blog posts that I want to post, which I apologize to those who read my blog. I did not post on Wednesday, but there is an accompanying blog post for this podcast. So if you've come here from the blog, I appreciate it. This week, we're going to just have a little bit of fun. I want to talk about some artists that I find interesting. New artist that I discovered that I had no idea was an artist. I only know them as an actor, and we'll get into it. But the first topic that we are going to cover today is a little group called Furry. Now, if you're a country music fan, I just sounded really country there. I don't know what's happening. It's a change. It's been a month. I think my voice is going to start changing. I am one of those people that just adapts to whatever accent people have. Home Free. Yeah, sorry. Off track. Home Free, if you are a country music fan, is a group that you're probably familiar with. They're not too mainstream, but if you follow people like me who cover country music on a semi-regular basis, you will probably know who they are. For those who don't, they are a country music acapella group. There's 5 of them, I believe. Austin Brown, Rob Lundquist, I hope I said that right. Adam Rupp, Tim Faust, and Adam Chance. They had Adam Rupp's brother Chris, but he left to pursue a solo career, which, in my humble opinion, was not a great move. Because I have not heard anything from him since he left. And maybe I'm just not looking for it and I'm not paying attention, but I haven't heard anything. So if you listeners are, at all paying attention to what Chris is up to, send some stuff my way. I'll be glad to listen to it. But this group, they've gone through many members and as acapella groups do. Can you not? I apologize. If you hear that rubbing on metal sound, that is my cat who wants attention. Not as big as of a country fan as I am. He's more of a Sara Pierson fan, to be honest. So that, quit it, man. Quit rubbing on things you shan't. Yeah, I said shan't. Sue me. So they've gone through a bunch of members, and like I said, as acapella groups do, and the members that they have now, obviously, they're very successful. They were on the Sing Off in 2013, where they had just gained Tim Faust in 2012, and then Austin Brown in 2013. The 2 best recruits you could possibly have for a country a cappella group, they have. Like, they're the best. They're the best in the whole group. I mean, each of them makes the group stronger. But out of all of the people in the group that could have a successful solo career as a country musician, Austin and Tim are definitely the foundation of the countryness that holds the whole group together. Because Rob and Adam Chance, they're not particularly country in, the grand scheme of things. They can sing country, but their voices do not indicate countryness, typically, I would say. And then Adam Rupp is just like a killer beatboxer. I'm young. I had Vine back in the day, and I, peruse on Instagram Reels. I'm not getting into TikTok. I'm too old. And you're looking at me on video. You probably, are even listening to me right now. And you're like, oh, you're not old. You're a 12-year-old girl. I am going to be 23 this year. And I didn't realize it, but the 24 mark is what I considered old. I thought it was going to be 25. Turns out it's 24. I'm not okay about it. We can talk about it in a different podcast about how aging is affecting my mental state. But, excuse me. Okay, for those on video, you're about to, I think, witness my cat ruin the whole setup I've got here. So stay tuned. Listeners, if you hear something like a big, loud banging noise and then my screams, it was the cat, okay? Don't go blaming any intruders or anything. Oh, God. Here he comes. Ah! I forgot where I was. Oh, hello. And okay, this is a little crazy. But Adam Rupp, yeah, he is an insane beatboxer. And I was saying that I grew up in a time where like beatboxing was like super up and coming in the Vine world, and you could watch people beatbox over like really cool music or just beatbox really well. And I think that was something that I appreciated. If you hear purring, that's the cat. Okay, could you not rub against the pop filter? Okay. If you want to be here, you can be here, but what, do you have something to say about Home Free? We listen to him every morning to get ready. So you probably have opinions. Okay. He remains silent for right now. He has no comment. But in comparison to those beatboxers that I saw on Vine, he's great. I mean, he's not, singing while he's beatboxing, but he does some uniquely country things that I think are great for their genre. I'm sorry. He's being really cute. I can't get over it. The purring and the cute little face that he's doing. Not Adam Rupp, my cat. I should probably clarify for the listening viewer. The listeners? The elite podcast crew? Okay, no. There's no on the desk, sir. Off you trot. Goodbye. In the grand scheme of things, they're pretty unique in the acapella genre. I don't know of any other country acapella artists. But maybe I'm wrong. If you think I'm wrong, please send me some country music acapella groups to listen to, because I haven't found them. This is the only one, and I really enjoy them. When I first came across them, though, I was pretty judgmental. I was like, you can't do country and acapella. I was wrong. Like, I admit now that I was wrong, because I listen to them all the time. And I'm like, yeah, it is genuinely country music. And it's good. And it's hard to explain, because I have this debate with people about what country is, which is the kind of the point of this podcast. It was kind of the point of the album that I made when I was in college. was to show people that country music can be a lot of things, but at its foundation, it's a certain kind of instrument and certain kind of singing technique. It's a certain kind of way the music feels to you. And I think in college, someone said to me, rednecks are everywhere. And that's true. And I agree with the statement. And I think country is not about where you live, but like how you live. Country music is about, being friends with your neighbors and helping out your community and being a part of something bigger than yourself. And, and family. And I just, growing up in a small town, I always felt those things. So I always identified as country, even though I didn't do the country things. I didn't live in a place that had, tractors and like wide landscapes of fields for farming crops. But I lived in a very rural town in the mountains, and it was a one-stop sign town. You stop at the one, and then you keep driving until for like the next small town. And I think that was just a unique experience in itself, and I think it shaped my feelings about country music and why I consider things country and what I don't consider country. And I think the thing that Home Free has best going for it is that they do a lot of covers of country songs that I would consider country songs. They do their fair share of bro country and pop, and they just released a sea shanty medley, which I've been jamming to nonstop. I must say that I do have a lot of guilty pleasures in this world. Sea shanties are one of them. Yes, I enjoy a good sea shanty. And with that, their sound is not compromised with the new genres that they sing in. So they can sing a pop song and it doesn't sound particularly pop, even though they are an acapella group. They are a country acapella group singing a pop song. And I think that's super important when keeping to country music. And I think that's the thing I've noticed the most in the most recent years is these country artists that are just like, we are gonna do pop music. And that's fine. But keep the country elements. Actually, I think the most frustrating was when Zac Brown kind of just released a solo album. And it was terrible. I think we can all agree that it was absolutely terrible. And I don't really remember the group album that came out because I was like, oh my God, this album that Zac Brown solely put out is terrible. And I was just disappointed. And so I think that the whole the fact that Home Free can stay in their genre without feeling like they're trying to sound different, it definitely makes me happier as a country listener. And the thing is, they will never be how do I put this? They don't play instruments, but they can play it with their mouths by making sound. And there's just a few instruments in this world. Maybe actually, there's probably a lot of instruments in this world that you can't, mock or you can't imitate with the voice because they're multiple sound instruments. So they're harmony instruments like piano and guitar, and you can do lines of those and then use your voices, plural, to make them. But it's hard to get that, like, vintage pedal steel vibe or a singing fiddle like sound to come out of your mouth is what I'm saying. And I would say those are like foundational parts of country music, and I think they do definitely add those in some covers that they do to add more country to it. And if you're of the mindset that country music is all about the how you sing, then they've got it. Austin Brown is one of the best singers I've ever heard in my life. He has got range out the wazoo, and his pitch and his tone and his timbre are spot on for all of the songs that he sings. And, me and my sister, we now live together, and I listen to a lot of Home Free, and I have introduced her to Home Free, and she's just like absolutely in love with him. And I understand why. Like, he's got the luscious locks and the beautiful singing voice. I'm more of a Tim girl. I like the bass. I'm a bass person. If I had a bass voice, I would never stop singing, ever. I don't stop singing now, just to clarify. But if I had his voice, I would sing all of the time. Even I would sing my podcast, basically, is what I'm putting down. And his we're gonna get into a whole thing with him. He is extremely talented as a bass. He can hit notes unlike any other bass I've ever met. And I would say that I probably don't know very many, even though I went to a college with other singers. They're just hard to come by. I don't understand the genetics or the reasoning behind what makes you a bass, because I mean, I understand the mechanics of singing, but yeah, I don't understand how you get this gift, because most of the guys I know are tenors. Very few are baritones, I would say, and then even fewer than that are basses. They're just like unicorns in the music world. It's crazy. And I think another thing that makes them unique in the country music scene is that they are, very present on YouTube, as most acapella groups are, but their rise from the sing-off to now, I would say, because I checked out their streams on like Spotify. I didn't go deeper, but on Spotify alone, they get like 500,000 to like 700,000 streams on their singles, which are like the big things that they release on YouTube. And on YouTube, they have millions of views. And so I'm assuming that people are listening to them more on YouTube than they are on streaming services. And so their whole career is on YouTube and utilizing like the ad revenue and connecting personally with fans. And I really enjoy it. I've always been a fan of music videos. Now I've always been, kind of picky about music videos, as I wish they depicted their artists performing the story. I've always thought music videos should be a movie version of the song. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe people don't like that. But I really like it when there's like a clear time. There's like a clear story to the music video. I don't like music videos that just are like, we're gonna sing a song and then we're gonna do some random stuff on like in the video that doesn't make any sense with what we're singing about. That drives me crazy. And so when they make their videos, I think they do a great job of implementing what they're singing about. into their videos and making it super fun. I think that's the other thing about Home Free is that everything they do, even if it's super emotional and deep, is fun. Everything they do is super fun and high energy. That it just every performance, even if it's over a YouTube channel, like over a YouTube video, is it feels like a concert. And that's kind of what I'm into. I love a concert experience. I enjoy being in a concert setting. So their performances, you know, I back in the day I used to watch a lot of YouTube artists make videos, and I was like, one day I'll be them. Spoiler alert, I have never become them. And they are just, kind of boring. I mean, as time went on, they kind of upgraded from I'm playing a song in my bedroom with my guitar or my piano to like these full production videos, and I enjoyed them. I liked the change. I was very excited when my favorite YouTube artists started making music professionally, not just in their bedroom. But I don't fault you. I make music in my bedroom. This is where I make it. And so I think that Home Free did a great job about breaking through the, mainstream barrier of becoming a more popular group. I would say, like, there's 3 acapella groups that I know of. Pentatonics, Home Free, and then the other one. And I don't know their name off the top of my head. But they're also very good, and I listen to their covers on YouTube as well. They do a really good Moana like medley. I think if you're into acapella, you'll know who they are. I can't think of, it's like One Voice Play. Ooh, is it Voice Play? Is that what they're called? That sounds pretty familiar. I'm thinking that's what they're called. But they're all super talented, and I think they fit well into their own genres. I would say that pentatonics and voice play are pretty close to one another as far as content and like sound goes. And Home Free is super unique amongst the 3 that are super popular on YouTube, at least. But I just, I like country music, so they're my preferred favorite. And I think even amongst the acapella groups on YouTube, they stand out really well, and they're super unique. And I think they're going to go really far in country music. I'm hoping soon that they can breach and, be put on some of the Spotify playlists. I'm hoping that they can be put onto like the hot country playlist on Spotify or on Apple or whatever the mainstream best country music that's coming out today. I'm really excited about them, and I wanted to talk about something else today, but I think I got like into rambling about Home Free. And because my light's broken, I think I'm just gonna have to like cut it here. How are we feeling? It's been a really tough week for me. No other reason than my motivation's been very low, and everything I go to do hasn't worked. I tried to film a video yesterday, and then my audio cut out, and I was just like, you know what? I don't really want to do anything. My student rescheduled for Friday. I was like, I'm going to take this first half of the week and do nothing. So if you guys are in the same boat as me, I feel you, And then there was a huge thunderstorm this morning. These thunderstorms, I was not expecting them. I don't know what I was expecting, because I knew this half of the country got storms, but this morning, I had never felt a thunderstorm like this before. It was insane. It shook the whole apartment building, and I'm pretty sure I saw lightning strike the ground outside my window. But I have never experienced anything like that. And I'm a lover of thunderstorms, but this one was just a little too much. What do you think, Cole? He also thinks it was a little too much because he freaked out at 5 in the morning when it was going off. So, I think that's everything. Next week, I wanted to talk about something else that's been on my noggin, but I think I'm going to have to wait until next week or in a video, perhaps. I'm going to give you a little sneak peek. I like Supernatural, and I didn't know that Jensen Ackles made music, and that's what I was going to talk about. But maybe we're gonna save that for next week. Yeah. Thank you guys for joining me this week. I had a lot of fun just talking about one of my favorite acapella groups. If you liked this, please, if you're on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, the like button, ring that bell for notifications. If you're on Apple Music, please leave me a review. It really helps with the analytics and figuring out what's what. And that's about it. I will see you guys no, I keep saying that. I'm a podcaster now, Sarah. Get it together. I will be talking to you guys next Friday. Have a great week. Goodbye.